What's up guys, my name is Your Heroes and welcome back to more Gates of Hell, and today I'm going to be showing you the new game mode that has recently come out in the new community update called Last Stand. Now if you don't know what Last Stand is or you've not heard about the community update, it's been all over Gates of Hell. If you haven't heard of it and you've been living under a rock, then wake up, literally go read the news that Gates have been posting all about. Community Update 3 Part 2 is all about the new game mode, new tutorial missions, and new German model skins out. I have released a whole video article about it, so if you want to go check that out, make sure in the link down below on the top right hand of the screen. But today we're going to be talking about the new Last Stand game mode. Now, what is the Last Stand game mode? How do you play it? Is it good? And is it worth your time? Well, that's what we're going to be finding out today. So if you do like to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe. And we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. If we could do that, that'd be absolutely great. And if we can get to 10 likes in this video, that'd be absolutely great as well. So what is this Last Stand game mode? Well, this Last Stand game mode is literally, says it in its name. You have to survive waves and waves of enemy, and you're defending your HQ above that as well until the timer runs out. Now you can set the timer. You can set it here to how long you want it for. You can see the game duration. I usually like to set it for at least 10 minutes just for the start, and I know that's quite short, but it gives me the idea of how this game works. Now, I'm going to be showing you some gameplay as well, so you get an idea of kind of how the game works and whether it's actually worth your time. I've already been doing some testing on this, and I feel like there is some really good points, but there are some stuff could be worked on as well, because it very much is a repetitive game mode. It's kind of the same thing over and over and over again, which kind of makes it fun, but at the same time kind of repetitive and boring. So it's very much kind of a conflict of interest, isn't it? And it's very confusing. But anyway, and also you can choose your nation. Now I believe this does work with any other nation. I think if you put on the Valor mod, you can play as like Britain or wherever it is. Anyway, first of all, once you want to do it is choose your nation. So you can set the AI, by the way, it's a 4v4, and you get, I believe it is 11 maps or 12 maps altogether. And if you want to get all these maps, you need the Liberation DLC and the Tavistock DLC. So make sure you go buy those DLC if you want all of them. But there are some good maps that are still not part of the DLC, which are still really good to play. So make sure you go play those as well. But you can basically pick your choice of up to, I think it's 12 maps, and it's absolutely amazing. Now, I think Greenland is one of the new maps added into the game as far as I'm aware. I've not played the whole map, but this is one of the maps you play on this game mode. And it is an 8v8. You can't change it to anything else. It's just an 8v8. You can't change it to a 2v2 or anything. That's just the way it is, and it makes more sense that way. Now, you can, once you've picked your faction, preferably I like to pick the mid-war stage, as it's possibly the more fun. If you're maybe a new beginner to this game and want to play this game mode, go with the early faction, as it gives you an idea of what the different units are for defense wise. And if I'm going for doctrine, preferably if I'm the Americans, I like to do a defensive would seem like a more suitable choice because you are defending. I think this is actually one of the weaker doctrines. I think you should go for the all-round, as this gives you 3 M4 Pershings, 3 M4 Shermans, a Priest, a Stuart, an AA gun, and an artilleryman as well, which I think is really, really cool. So I would pick all round for your doctrine. And you can make preparation time before the actual game starts. So you could take like 15-20 seconds. Preferably, I like to take 15 seconds as it is. I think it's quite good. The wave time, you can maybe make it 100 if you want. That's not 100. You can make it 100, or you can make it anything you want. I'm not quite sure what the start time wave is. What it is that? I presume that means 100 seconds. If any Gates of Hell developers or any of you who've played this game mode know what the start time wave means, then let me know in the comments down below, because I do think it is quite good. Unfortunately, you cannot change the game settings. You can actually change like the manpower or anything, which I do kind of find quite annoying and bad. I feel like you should be able to play with your settings a wee bit, but I guess that's a bit more of a challenge. Alright guys, that is all the settings done out the way. Let's go into actual gameplay and see what this game mode is really all about. Okay guys, here we are. Now, I have to admit, I have to just kind of give you a wee warning that this is quite a big game mode, so you're going to need quite a powerful PC, by the way, for this. And if you don't think your graphic settings can handle it, please reduce your graphic settings, because if you complain about the game being laggy or anything, it could just be that you're too high of a settings for graphics wise. So I would lower that down to even medium or low if you don't really have a high good end, but I have a pretty good PC for graphics card and sometimes I lag, so I've reduced mine from ultra to high just because of how intense this game mode can really get. With multiple AI spawning and multiple enemy AI spawning, it can be really a lot for your PC, so just kind of wee warning there. So as you see, you get 15 seconds to load in, and the first enemy wave is coming now in 1 minute and 20 seconds. So what I think now I understand what it means by the interval time. Now when I put 120, it means 1 minute and 20 seconds, and the actual start time is, you know, when the next wave starts, which I kind of get. So when you start off, this is the area that you have to defend, this large circle area right here. You're basically defending this church right here. This is your main HQ. You can see that AI are going to spawn all around you. They're going to spawn different stuff, and you can spawn different stuff as well. Now the problem with this is you only get a maximum of 60 CP, which is quite bad because I've already used up 22 by spawning just military police, and they're the cheapest one. But it just means that I can't really afford much else, and if I wanted a tank, it's quite expensive, so just be aware of that. Everybody's tactics is different, so mine is just kind of just a guide of what I would do. So of course your opinions can change, I completely get that. Personally, what I would like to just get some infantrymen. I would also consider maybe getting a mortar, as you know, I think mortars are probably one of the most useful. Now, by the way, I have put this difficulty, I should have said that this difficulty is on veteran, so it's veteran versus veteran. So I just to make you aware of that, just to let you know. And with your mortar, I would possibly even just get a wee supply crate as well. The supply crate's going to need ammo for your supply crate, and you can see secondary objective has become available. And that is the first thing I would also like to say about this game mode, is that you have a secondary objective of capturing this point over here. And once you capture this point, you get more resources to buy, you get more manpower to buy more stuff. And this allows your, you know, your HQ to basically grow in better defense units wise. So for example, as you can see that I've got some troops here, I'm going to bring like 4 aside over here, and I'm going to send them over here. Now as you can see, you want to get this out as quickly as possible, or capture as quickly as possible, because the enemy wave starts in roughly about, or sorry, the first wave has already come, so the next wave is now going to come in 2 minutes. So now that we've got a wee bit of a problem here, and that they've all spawned, the first wave spawned, they're going to probably start capturing us in the first minute or so. And that's probably a mistake that I've made, that I recommend is that you get some infantry and maybe even a truck or something like that, just to get your men into it, and therefore it does make it, and you're able to capture this point a lot easier. You can remember, this is veterans, so they're going to be really smart about this. So AI have improved about this, so I would not take this lying down. And as you can see, my men are already falling to bits here. And you look at that, you can already see they've absolutely just piled in. You can see that they're coming in vehicles from behind, from the left, from the center. They bring in stuff from everywhere. So that's when I say you need to be really kind of tactical about bringing in different tanks, different units, because the AI really has stepped up a level in this new update. They've already brought out tanks, they've brought out so much stuff. Heroic is on a completely different level, so please bear in mind that. And as you know, the AI does actually have a wee bit, your friendly AI just have a wee bit more power over you, so they are able to bring a lot more stuff out than you can, considering you only have 262 manpower and you don't even have enough, you know, enough space to bring out a Sherman, which is kind of a shame. So all you can really do is just possibly bring out, just save up for a tank or an AT gun, I would possibly suggest as well. I'm going to get a 37mm here, which will kind of help me against tanks or infantry as well. I've got my mortar, and the infantry, the AI infantry is just going to keep coming, and we're bringing points. So you see, wave 3 is now commenced because wave 1 and 2 have already come in. So this is what I mean. You can see from the mini map here that I'll zoom into, is that these guys just absolutely just come in from all different directions. They come in, like I said, from everywhere. So you really need to be quite tactical, but also just have fun. This game mode is not meant to be taken serious. And I think, to be honest, this game can be fun, but at the same time it can be really frustrating because you feel like you're just severely underpowered. You feel like you're always, you know, you don't have really anything to go up against, considering they already bring in T-26s and we have, what, only 80 guns and we have no tanks yet. I mean, luckily I said this is why we have 80 guns. And also something I do like about this is that you can actually capture their stuff as well, which I think is absolutely brilliant and really fun. At the same time, I think this is a really, really difficult game mode. And I think this is not really for the faint-hearted who want to take this game seriously. I think you could do with, you know, if you want to play a more serious game, then do like a PvP or something like that. Because, like I said, look, they're already aiming for my AT gun, and I'm not really enjoying this. And they've already completely just surrounded us in all directions. And the AI have just now spawned just right in front of me. Appreciate that, thank you. So this is why I said you really need to take this game with a pinch of salt. But see, the fact that you don't get to mess with the manpower at all in any way possible, I think it's a complete joke. I think you should be able to play around with the settings with any other multiplayer game mode. You're able to do it in just regular multiplayer, you're able to do it in Domination or Demolition, the other game mode. So why are you not allowed to do it in this game mode? This is what I don't quite get, and I know it's like a challenge, I guess, to make it more fun, but I think it doesn't allow you to be flexible within this game mode, and I feel that's what's really missing from this game mode. It's just like you're not flexible with what you can bring out. So yeah, but this is why it's also really fun as well, because you just get to go out and you just get to have some fun. You get to test out what the AI is like. At the same time as that, you also, the secondary objectives just keep coming. But see, when you're always pinned down like this, you can't get out, and with your very little manpower and very little space just to bring out troops, how are you meant to get secondary objectives? Because the AI don't seem to be going out, the friendly AI don't seem to be going out and getting the secondary points, which I think Gatesville should have maybe really added to the AI, is that the AI, friendly AI, should attempt to at least get some friendly AI, some troops into here, or some tanks, just at least to make it a wee bit more fair play. But you can see the AI, the enemy AI, are just absolutely dominating us. I know Germany and Finland are quite a powerful faction, but come on. I mean, seriously, I'm kind of feeling absolutely useless. I maybe only have, I have one tank, a couple infantry, and a mortar that's almost destroyed. That really does say a lot. And look, these guys have just, where are they getting their absolute manpower from? I feel quite severely outgunned, and they're bringing in Stugsuns, and I don't know, I feel like this game mode still has a lot to work on. It's enjoyable, but I just from what I'm just seeing, it's just, I don't really see any enjoyment out of this when the playing field is this unfair. I'm gonna say that from, and I know I'm admitting that I'm not the best player in this game. I'm probably maybe a below average player, I have to admit. But if you can't be flexible with the settings and the manpower, then how is this a fair battle? You can see that the enemy AI is starting to already overwhelm us, and there's nothing I can do about it. Even our friendly AI is struggling. I mean, how are we supposed to really cope like this? Seriously, I really think that this game mode still has a lot to work on, but at the same time, it is quite fun. I think that this game mode does have a lot of potential. I can now only get another Stuart with 20 CP left. I only have a total of a tank, a broken AT gun, a crate, and an AT, and I can't bring out any other tanks, and I can't bring out any other troops. I mean, seriously, what? How is this even fair, Gates of Hell? That needs to be really just fixed. I think that they already bring out, a half track, and Look, they've already actually got... Oh, we won. I mean, I guess because the timer I set was only for 10 minutes, so you only have to defend for that amount of time. But when you're just severely outgunned, and I actually set this for a different time. I set this for like maybe 40 minutes last time, and I was overrun in about 15 to 20 minutes with the current settings that I had, and I couldn't change them. So I feel like Gates felt you really need to give that flexibility of changing the manpower slightly, just even if it's by a touch, just to help just balance the gameplay, because this is just, severely just an unfair advantage. Even with like the same amount of AI, you're just still severely underwhelmed. And I know you could reduce the AI by 1, and you could have like 4 friendly AIs against 3 veteran or heroic AI, enemy AI. You'd probably still be overrun because they have so much manpower probably. And I know the whole point of it is that you're meant to defend, and you maybe don't have a lot of points, and the Germans and the Axis do, the enemy do have, or the enemy AI do have a lot of manpower. I think that's the whole point of it, is that it's meant to be a good challenge, but it's not going to be a good casual fun game mode if it's currently at these settings. And if we can't, you know, adjust them, then I think this game mode is seriously just going to be rubbish. My conclusion overall, I have to say, is it's good and it's fun, but I just think there's no flexibility with manpower or anything, which I really just think falter this game mode. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are in this game mode down below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think that we should have more flexibility with manpower, or do you think that the fact that you're being challenged with very little manpower is really fun? Let me know comments down below. But on that, guys, thank you so much for watching and our support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.